Hey there, eBay sellers. It's time for another seller shout out. This is the August 2024 edition, and this is the video where anything goes, nothing is in order, and it's all about the eBay community and what you sold so we can all learn from each other. Okay, I do have a pretty big announcement. Your wish is my command. The virtual assistant listing service is back. A little history. I started my VA listing service back in 2016, and my team completed thousands of listings for resellers in the USA. In 2021, things changed in my business, including writing and publishing my BOLO books and building my teachable online school. So, due to time constraints, the VA service took a back seat and was discontinued. But resellers have continued to contact me since then, asking if I'm still doing the virtual assistant service. So I know there's interest in this. And let's face it, most sellers have inventory waiting to be listed, aka the dreaded death piles. So we are back to serve your listing needs. I'll give you the highlights real quick, and there is a link below this video that you can click to get all the details. So basically, you send us photos, and your virtual assistant lists the items for you. Think how much more money you can make each month if you have your own personal eBay helper working behind the scenes listing your items. Everybody has inventory waiting to be listed, and this is the perfect time to tackle that pile just before fourth quarter. So, you're going to want to know, how much is it? The cost is $2.50 per listing, and the only minimum is batch size. You need at least 10 items in a batch. There is no commitment, no monthly fees, just $2.50 per listing. Come and go as you like. And we use the eBay multi-user access feature, which is standard protocol now. So it is perfectly safe for your VA to have limited access to get your listings done. So just imagine a moving pipeline of items being listed behind the scenes while you do other things. Wouldn't that be great? Remember, items can't sell if they're not listed. So let me give you a quick scenario. Let's say you have a pile of 100 items that could sell for $30 each. That's $3,000 worth of product sitting there that can't sell because it's not listed. If you use my service to list those 100 items, that's a $250 investment to make $2,750 in sales. You still come out way ahead, and you didn't have to do the work. Everything is done at your pace. You can just do 10 listings at a time if you want. So my team is ready when you are. Check out the link below for the details, and feel free to ask me any questions. We are here to help you make more money on eBay. Okay, now on to the seller shout out. All right, Carol Hollis has been very busy lately. I've noticed a lot of postings on the group. So yay, Carol! Paid $1 in a bulk lot off Facebook Marketplace. Sold in maybe 2 weeks of listing for best offer of $23. It is a Dimensions Sunset Counted Cross Stitch Kit. I love finding these for $1 because they will eventually sell and they're so easy to ship. Okay, next is Jody Clark. Paid $4 at a thrift store for these flight suit coveralls. sold in 4 days on offer to watcher for $36 plus free shipping. So there you can see it is a military looking flight suit coveralls, size 40 long. 36 bucks. Jennifer Hungate purchased at a thrift store for $1.99 and accepted an offer of $49 within 1 month of posting. This is a completed cross stitch with a fishing theme, and she's got the keywords man cave in there. Sold for $49. She had it priced at $64.95, so took an offer and got that moved out of there. Jane Tyson. I bought this camera at a private pick for about $1.50. Listed it and it sold for full asking price plus shipping in just 2 weeks. It is a Polaroid camera, vintage, model number 660. $1.50, sold for just under 70 bucks. Okay, next up is the book lady, Eileen Cole. She's got a fun lot of items. She said, I have just pennies into this lot of vintage promotional rulers. I bought them at a make a pile, make an offer type of estate sale. Sold for full asking price of $18 in less than 2 weeks. So look at these. Lot of 9 vintage promotional plastic or wood rulers. And they've got all these old company names on them. So yes, people collect everything, even rulers. Okay, next is Diana Warren. Paid about $2 at a yard sale, sold in 2 days for full asking price of $28.99. Lot of 24 vintage antique keys, skeleton keys. You might remember that creepy movie, The Skeleton Key, with Jenna Rollins, who recently passed away. But every time I hear Skeleton Key, I think of that movie because it was really creepy and scary. Anyway, $2, sold for $28.99. Ginger Lamplight, picked up at a local garage sale for $2 on April 8th, sold for full asking plus shipping. And I don't have the sale date on here, so sold pretty quickly. Vintage Culver highball cocktail glasses tumblers, 22 karat gold. $2, sold for $40. Suzanne Keene found a huge haul of D. Porthalt luxury linens at a thrift store. Mom and I filled a cart with embroidered sheets and towels. Manager likes my mom and gave us 50% off everything. Finally got the towels listed. Hand towels sold a day later. Paid $3.99 and sold for $89.99. So again, the item is D. Porthalt. I wonder if I'm saying that right. France luxury bath towels, white, pink embroidery. Very nice. And it doesn't hurt when the manager likes your mom and gives you a discount. Okay, I've been seeing some of these lately. I don't know what the deal is with these paint color swatch things, but they're selling. Steve Gittler says, this is the second of 2 paint swatch books I got at an estate sale in March for $1 each, sold for $15. The item is Pittsburgh Paints Color Swatch Sample Book from 1985. $1 and flipped for $15. Melissa Foshi. This was free to me from my son's now ex-girlfriend. Sold for full asking price of $49.95 plus shipping. Took about 6 months. This has sold before, but buyer returned due to changing their mind, so I increased the price $15 and relisted. Texas Instruments TI-84 graphing calculator. So this was free and she sold it for $49.95. Patty Paul, love the embroidery kits, easy to store and all sell eventually. Yes, I agree 100%. Listed for close to a year, paid about $1 at a senior center thrift store. Vintage Busilla 1992 counted cross stitch Serenity Prayer. $1, sold for $24.99. Cassie B. Paid less than $1 for this at an estate sale, sold for $40 on offer to likers. um, that's funny that she calls them likers instead of watchers. The estate sale I purchased this from was actually at Chicago news anchor Chuck Goody's house. So, like a semi famous person. Starbucks Black Relief Mug, Prague, Czech Republic. And it was less than $1, and she sold it for $40. Next up is Brian Rappaport. Picked up at an estate sale for $10 a few weeks ago. Sold for $59.99 plus shipping in a few days. John Deere 9500 combine die cast with grain and corn heads. $10, sold for just under 60. Jackie Johnson. I found a bag of 9 travel size shampoos at a local Salvation Army thrift store for $2.99. I listed it for $39.90. Took a bit more than 3 months to sell for the full listed price, plus shipping to Berkeley, California. The item is Les Notes de Lanvin Orange Ombre 100 milliliter shampoo. So yes, that Lanvin is a very expensive fragrance, and the soap lots that I have listed, all those soaps I got on a online auction, there was hundreds of them. I sorted through them and organized them and have a listing for the Lanvin soaps because just those little hotel bar soaps in the Lanvin scent sell for a lot. So good find, Jackie. Okay, Donald Hucks found this gem at an estate sale. As soon as I saw it, I grabbed it up, paid $1 and sold for full asking of $65 plus shipping. It took a month to sell. It is SC Johnson Paste Wax. Oh, I remember that product. Original formula 16 ounce. So it was $1 and it sold for $65. Janet Adams Turnage, $1 at a RS. What is that? I can't think of what RS is. Anyway, sold in 2 weeks for $30. I rarely come across discontinued items. It is new Clorox Triple Action Dust Wipes 26 count discontinued. Hard to find. $1 and sold for just under 30. Tanya Bruner picked up a complete Breville food processor with an accessory kit for $35 and parted it out. Sold the base only for $53.99 in about a month. The top portion, bowl and lid, sold right after listing for $75. High demand for this brand. So it's Breville, Breville, food processor base. And the whole thing cost $35 and she made $53.99 just on this piece. Steve Gittler has another one. Paid $24 at auction for a 38-piece set. Sold these 4 to a repeat buyer for $21.50. I've now sold 14 of the 38 pieces. The item is Castleton China Corsage set of 4 salad plates. sold for $21.50 on offer. Julie Gambino purchased at an estate sale in a fila bag for $10. The bags were small, so let's say the cost was $2.50. Sold for best offer of $18 in a couple of days. And this is a brand I've not heard of. Raymond Tenza ballerina flats, and they are in European sizing. So that's a new one for me. Thanks for sharing that, Julie. Eileen Cole has another one. Paid 25 cents for each book, so this Dune paperback bundle cost $1. Sold for $58 plus shipping in 6 days. Dune, Frank Herbert, lot of 4 paperback books. Now that may be pronounced Hebert if it's French. So either way. 1970s, 1980s, Berkeley, Messiah, Children of God. So that must be like the storyline, the series. So 25 cents for each and sold for $58. Bill Hunt. This mitt has been sitting by my chair in the living room for almost a year. I started researching it and then just left it. I couldn't find anything about it specifically, so I put it on auction and it sold for $22.50. Vintage Spalding 42 Special Baseball Glove Mitt. And how much did he pay for it? It didn't say. $22.50. I'll take that. Okay, Donna Shirley paid 63 cents at a garage sale. Sold after 4 days after 10% off to a watcher. T.Y. Pluffy's Plush Bear 2002. And it sold for $23.99. Emily Fortner paid $3.55 at a thrift store on vacation last summer. It's been listed about 5 months and sold for full asking. Vintage Kahala Hawaiian shirt, blue fish print, $27.99. And I just have to say again, Emily, I love your little avatar here. Your little face and hi. It's very friendly. I love that. Ginger Lambright. I bought this at a church tag sale Saturday for $7. Sold in 1 day for full asking price plus shipping. It is genuine Hewlett-Packard LaserJet Pro print toner cartridge. $7, sold for $40. Janet Braswell has a pretty item. Free family item, sold for $59. Took 2 weeks to sell. Antique converted painted oil lamp base. Isn't that pretty? $59, and it was just laying around the house, I guess. Kimberly Sipe. I bought a bag of old jewelry from Facebook for $10. I sold Bam Bam and Pebbles pendants for $25, sold in about 3 months. It's going to Canada. The Flintstones vintage necklaces, Bam Bam and Pebbles, $25. Colleen Olson. Never pass on programmable thermostats. This one was purchased for $1 and sold for $29.99 the next day. Robert Shaw Vintage Thermostat Digital Non-Programmable Heating and Cooling Thermostat. Just under $30. Denise Rogge. Another sale from his vintage treasure trove. So she is selling items, I believe it's for her brother-in-law. Sold for full asking price of $50, and my commission netted me $11.98. Took 2.5 weeks to sell. Vintage Hubley Kitty Toy pressed steel cement mixer truck, $50. Nicole Cunningham. We have a new Savers in town. I'm in love with the little baggie section. Found this in a baggie for $6.99 with 2 other low value products. But after researching this one, I saw another Schwarzkopf product in the bag next to it, and that one is about $70. So I grabbed both bags. This sold in about 5 days. The item is Schwarzkopf Citrus Shine Anti-Frizz Spray 3 ounce. Sold for $39.95. Julie Brown, here's another Bucilla cross-stitch kit to look out for. I found it at a church sale for $2 and sold it for $49.99 plus shipping in 9 months. Bucilla O Jerusalem Counted Cross-Stitch Kit, $50. Zachary McDore, our resident garbage man philosopher. He says, a Civil War artifact given to me for free in a lot of antiques. So it is a U.S. Civil War cap box, Woodbury, Springfield, Massachusetts leather belt pouch. And it sold for $83 and it was free. Cassie B has another one, purchased at a garage sale in a lot of keychains, has paid for itself already. Probably have $1 or less into it. Sold for $15 on best offer. Vintage Disney Grumpy hasn't smiled since 1937 Snow White metal keychain. That's a fun little flip. Barbara Owens Perry paid $2.99 for these, sold in 3 days for $79.99 plus shipping. Peyton Place Parts 1 through 5 TV series DVDs, $3 and sold for $80. Kathleen Gifford, I purchased this vintage blanket at Goodwill for $10. Definitely paid up for me. It was new old stock, still in the original packaging. It sold in 3 months for $60 plus shipping. Canon Royal Family Royal Air Blue full-size blanket virgin acrylic thermal. $10, sold for $60. Kathy Jordan Hermans, free from a retired second grade teacher who was moving and downsizing. I sent out a counter offer of $59.95, which was declined, and 5 minutes later somebody bought it for full price, listed for 8 months. Vintage Eagle's Eye hand knit Halloween cardigan sweater from 1995. And it was free. She sold it for $69.95. Maggie May. These vintage cookbooks have been doing well for me. I purchased this one for 54 cents at a local thrift store and listed it fairly promptly. It sold in a day for $15 plus shipping. This is a community in the Asheville, North Carolina area, and the cookbook is going back there. Vintage Leicester, North Carolina Community Cookbook, 1980s. $15 and she paid 54 cents for it. Melissa Foshi has another one. Paid 50 cents for this at my local Goodwill bins, which only sells clothes and not by the pound, but for 50 cents each. This took 3 weeks to sell and for full asking price of $14.95 plus shipping. Earl Jean straight short skirt. So it's a denim skirt. 50 cents, sold for $14.95. Andrew Silveroli, I bought this from a local Volunteers of America thrift store for $6.99. Took best offer of $44 in less than a day. Vintage Lucky Shell Service Station and Parking Garage playset. $7 and it sold for $44. Carrie Kochar, this sat in my death pile for months and I probably paid pennies. I have a whole bag of them and forgot about them until I saw one for sale at an estate sale for $40. I listed it and sold for the full asking price within days. I'll list my others for more. This one was dirty. Vintage Spring Furby 2000 1999 limited edition Easter $35. Joyce Bodenhammer. I finally found a Gunny Sacks dress. Didn't realize they made children's sizes. Well, neither did I, Joyce, so thanks for informing us. Paid $5 at Goodwill and took a few weeks to sell at full price. Vintage Gunny Sacks prairie dress, girl size 6. $5, sold for $55.99. And we're going to end with Cheryl Green. Purchased for $5 at an estate sale 7 months ago. Sold for $39.99 plus shipping. I had originally listed it for $49.99 plus shipping, but reduced the price about a week or two ago after checking current selling prices. Looks like that was a good choice. So these are wine label marble coasters. $5 and sold for $39.99. Okay, that wraps up another edition of the eBay Seller Shoutout. And don't forget to check out the information below about my newly restarted virtual assistant service. We are here for you. We are ready to go when you are. Thanks so much for watching, and keep listing, stay positive, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.